Hey guys, so do you need a zoom lens on your phone? For years, consumers have been more than satisfied with the default focal length of iPhones and Android handsets. It's a wide but not too wide view that feels very natural, and for those times when you absolutely must get closer to your subject, digital zoom has been a last-ditch option. Sure, it's cheating, your camera isn't really zooming as much as cropping and the results often look bad, but most of the times we are just posting this stuff on Instagram anyway, and you are probably doing even more zooming and cropping there. We have come this far without any real cries for phone makers to bring over the two optical zoom offered by point-and-shoot cameras and DSLRs, but Asus went ahead and did it away with the Zenfone Zoom. On the outside, this is definitely Asus' most premium smartphone, yet thanks to the machined aluminum sides and leather rear cover. The back of the phone is dominated by the camera, which is designed in a way that is very reminiscent of the Lumia 1020, thanks to the plastic circle surrounding it. Inside the Zenfone Zoom is the same Intel chip found in the top-end Zenfone 2 and 4GB of RAM. The screen has also stayed the same at 5.5 inches and 1080p. Pull the rear shell off and you've got access to the SIM tray and micro SD slot. As for software, it's all pretty much carried over from other Asus phones. There's plenty of garbage bloatware. The phone runs smoothly most of the time. It's a fine performer if you take the time to disable a dozen or so useless apps and install a new launcher. But this phone is all about the camera, so let's not waste more time on other features. Inside is a 13 megapixel Panasonic sensor behind a variable f2.7 4.8 aperture lens, also weird to see in a smartphone. It's got optical image stabilization to assist with your shaky hands, and there's also a laser autofocus, which LG and Huawei have recently made standard in their phones. The best external feature of the camera is definitely its dedicated shutter button. Located on the lower right of the phone, it feels great and does its job well. It's tactile, super clicky, and works just like you'd expect. Just to the left of the shutter button is another button that takes you straight to the video recording. But the video is nothing special on the Zenfone Zoom. It doesn't even do 4K. In 2016, on a phone that bets everything on its camera, that's pretty inexcusable. If you are calling this a camera phone, the camera needs to be better than this. I've been using the Nexus 6P from the last month, and the Zenfone Zoom can't even compete. As for the optical zoom, in some ways it's cool. You use the volume buttons to zoom in and out, which feels really natural when holding the phone. Plus, I'm not convinced 3 into magnification really opens any new doors. There's slightly more definition compared to just using digital zoom on some other phone. So at the end of the day, I'm not that impressed by the Zoom's camera. I've seen better photos in the Note 5, 6P and the iPhone, and even the Moto X Pure Edition does it better. So I would be leaving you with some of the sample pictures which I took with the Zenfone Zoom at the end of this video. So stay tuned till the end. To have a more in-depth look at the software, you can head on to my Zenfone 2 review, which will be linked down below in the description. So this review was focused more on the camera stage-wise. The performance is just like the 4GB version of the Zenfone 2. So just to make things more clear, I would like to give ratings to different aspects of the Zenfone Zoom, which will help you to take your decision. So on design, I would like to give it an 8, on display 7, on camera 6, on reception and call quality 7, on performance 8, on software 6, on battery life 7, and ecosystem 9. So this wraps up my Zenfone Zoom review. Even though I like the general performance, display and the major factors of the phone, I am not impressed by the most highlighted feature, that is the camera. Even though the camera isn't a game changer, but I like Asus experimenting with their smartphones, which can be a game changer in the near future. And also stay tuned for my review of the Nexus 6P, which will be live in few days. Now enjoy the samples.